Hello, my name is Tony. Lamborghini Aventador S 2017 UK review. Still visceral and dramatic as ever, but does the vast number of mechanical changes and tweaks help make the Lamborghini Aventador S more engaging? What is it? The Aventador S is the heavily updated version of Lamborghini's V12 supercar. It isn't really a new variant in the model range, because you can no longer buy a plain old Aventador. Instead, the S is an evolution of Sant'Agata's heavy hitter, and not before time, having been launched early in 2011. The Aventador is approaching its 7th birthday. It isn't a half-hearted facelift, either. In fact, there are so many far-reaching mechanical revisions beneath the sharply creased bodywork that it's actually more helpful to think of the S as the Aventador Mk2, although Aventador 2.0 might be more appropriate these days. The fangs in the front bumper are new, and probably the clearest identifier of the revised car. The front splitter is more prominent now, too, and Lamborghini proudly claims an increase in frontal downforce of 130%. As a result, it doesn't quote any actual figures, though, so we can assume that new splitter isn't pressing the front tires into the ground with any real force. The intakes over the car's broad shoulders are also reshaped, while the rear end has been updated with black plastic sections where they were previously body-colored. The 3-piece exhaust exit is new. The entire system is now 20% lighter than before. These are the minor changes. Another is the uplift in power, with the 6.5-liter normally aspirated V12 now drilling out 730 bhp, 40 bhp more than the previous version. The red line is set to 8,500 RPM and torque is unchanged at 509 lb-ft. The significant changes are twofold. The first is the addition of a configurable drive mode, meaning you can at long last mix and match your preferred settings for the dampers, the drivetrain, and the steering. This is good progress. It's just a shame Lamborghini's choice of moniker for this new function, Ego, translates so poorly from Italian. The really big update, though, is the fitment of a 4-wheel steering system. Like all such systems, it virtually reduces the length of the wheelbase below a certain speed to make the car more agile, and virtually lengthens the wheelbase above a certain speed to make it more stable. But what it's really done is allow the engineers to completely retune the car's chassis and steering system. The rear end is fundamentally much more stable than before, because of the 4-wheel steer system, so Lamborghini has been able to make the steering more direct, and the 4-wheel drive system favor the rear axle much more often. This could well be the step change that finally makes the Aventador as wieldy to drive as the Ferrari 488 GTB, or McLaren 720s. The automated manual gearbox is unchanged, however, and that's a bit of a problem. More of which in a moment. What's it like? More than 6 years on from the car's unveiling, it still looks spectacular on the road. In and among everyday traffic, the Aventador S looks like some sort of extraterrestrial machine, being so wide and low. The cabin is an evocative place to sit. The view out just so stirring. The steering wheel comes right out towards you, too, which is good, but the over-stylized minor controls and infotainment graphics are somewhat dated now. Lamborghini seems to be having real trouble designing comfortable seats these days. These quilted leather chairs look reasonably accommodating, but you seem to sit on top of them rather than dropping into them, and, over a longer journey, they make your neck and back go numb. The company's fixed back buckets are more tortuous still. At least the engine remains a thing of wonder. It's actually not as antisocially loud on start-up as you might expect. An Audi R8 V10 makes more noise when you fire it up, and, from within the cabin, it doesn't even seem to wail too loudly under a wide-open throttle. But the quality of the sound it does make is beyond doubt. It's a joy to stretch the engine out all the way to the red line, feeling the rate of acceleration build the longer you keep your right foot pinned. The gearbox, on the other hand, is terrible. It's lurchy, indecisive and inconsistent. And although the shifts themselves are plenty quick enough in either of the racier drivetrain modes, they are irritatingly ponderous in Strada mode. You can smooth the shifts out by lifting off the throttle briefly, but why should you have to? The original Aventador was big and heavy, close to 1,700 kg, at the curb, and never managed to disguise its mass when you tried to fling it along a winding road. The 4-wheel steering system in the revised car does help. It's more nimble and wieldy than before, but not by enough of a margin to make the Aventador S as confidence-inspiring or rewarding as some of the less expensive alternatives. It must be said that the new Ego mode is a useful improvement. You can now match the quick, sharp gear shifts of the Sport mode with the most natural steering, and the softest dampers, both of which come in Strada mode, to broaden the car's operating range. Should I buy one? If you crave a theatrical and memorable supercar experience, absolutely. Drama is what the Aventador S does best. But if you're looking for an engaging and rewarding driving experience, you'll be better served by cheaper alternatives from Ferrari and McLaren. The 812 Superfast, Ferrari's 12-cylinder rival to the Aventador S, is also better to drive, although it lacks the Lamborghini's curbside presence. Lamborghini Aventador S. Location: Lambourne. On sale now. Price $271,146. Engine normally aspirated V12, 6498 cc. Petrol. Power 730 bhp. At 8400 rpm. Torque 509 lb-ft. At 5500 rpm. Gearbox 7-speed automated manual. Curb weight 1700 kg estimated. Top speed 217 mph. 0 to 60 mph 29 sec. Economy 16.7 mpg. Co 2394G/km. Rivals: McLaren 720s, Ferrari 488 GTB, Ferrari 812 Superfast. Thank you for watching. For the follow-up, subscribe to the channel yourself here.
مهدی عسکری، تنظیم میثم اکبری.
غافل شدم از گوشه قلبم داری میری، عاشق شدنم دست تو بود اینجا گیری. قبلا که میگفتی تا دنیا دنیا هست، هم صحبت تنهایی من میشینه میری. از من دور دور نشی که هر جور جون بگی میدم تا هم نفس من چی، هم نفس من چی، عشق و دل من چی، زندگی من، دلخوشی من.